The world keeps spinning, but your pain lingers like a shadow. They hurt you, left scars that whisper in the dark. You sit in silence, feeling its weight, no fake smiles to hide the ache. That quiet isn't weak, it's where strength grows. They thought breaking you would keep you small, but you survived. Now you're not the same. You're sharper, colder, rebuilt from the ruins they left behind. Their betrayal taught you to guard your heart. Never again will they touch your soul. You trusted too much, gave your all to people who took it and ran. They smiled while tearing you apart, leaving you to carry the pieces. You waited for apologies that never came, hoping they'd fix the mess. But they didn't. You learned pain doesn't lie, it shows who's real. Now you know better. You don't chase or beg. You walk away, silent and strong. They underestimated you, thinking your kindness was weakness. But that quiet heart of yours? It's a storm waiting to rise. They broke you once, but you didn't stay down. Pain carved lessons into your bones. You saw their true faces, masks off, lies exposed. You gave love, loyalty, everything, and they tossed it like trash. Now you're different. You don't bleed for those who don't care. Your silence scares them because it's not empty, it's full of power. You're not the person who begged for their attention. You're the one who learned to thrive without it, building yourself back stronger. The night they hurt you, the world felt wrong. Stars seemed to turn away, leaving you in darkness. You sat there feeling nothing, not even the cold. They loved you when you were strong, but when you fell, they vanished. That silence after betrayal? It's heavy, raw. You smiled through the pain, pretending you were fine. But inside, you were breaking. They thought you'd stay broken, but you didn't. You rose, not with noise, but with quiet strength that makes them uneasy. Pain is a brutal teacher. It shows you who stays and who leaves. You gave your heart, and they crushed it without a second thought. You learned that loyalty doesn't make them value you. It makes them take more. Now you guard your energy like treasure. You don't explain yourself anymore. You don't need their approval. Your silence is your shield. Your distance is your power. They can't touch you now, not when you've learned to walk away without looking back. They thought they'd destroy you, but they only made you dangerous. Not in a loud, angry way, but in a quiet, focused one. You don't need revenge. Your growth is enough. You're not the person who waited for their apologies. You're the one who moved on, building something new in the dark. They watch from afar, regretting what they lost. But you don't turn back. You don't owe them a thing. Your silence says it all. They broke you once, but never again. You used to believe in forever, but now you see it's just a word. They fed off your trust, drained you dry, and left when you had nothing left to give. You stood there, holding the ashes of your kindness, while they walked away without guilt. But you didn't crumble. You rebuilt yourself, brick by brick, with fire in your chest. Now you're untouchable, not because you're heartless, but because you're wise. They can't predict you anymore, and that's what scares them. The silence after they hurt you was deafening. It wasn't peace, it was survival. You gave them everything and they treated it like nothing. You learned that love without limits is dangerous. Now you set boundaries, choose who gets your time. They thought you'd always be there, waiting. But you're not that person anymore. You're the one who walks away, who builds in secret. Your strength isn't in fighting back. It's in letting go and rising above their betrayal. They didn't break you because you were weak. They broke you because you were bright. Your light made them feel small, so they tried to dim it. But you didn't let them win. You turned pain into power, scars into armor. Now you move differently, speak less, watch more. They can't manipulate you anymore. You see through their lies, their fake tears. Your silence isn't surrender, it's strategy. You're not here to prove them wrong. You're here to live for yourself. When you stopped chasing them, the world got quiet. They noticed your absence, felt the void you left behind. You were the heart of it all, and they didn't see it until you were gone. Now they're the ones in the dark, wondering why it feels wrong. You don't go back to fix their mistakes. You don't save those who hurt you. You keep moving, building, growing. Your silence is your weapon. Your growth is your victory. They broke you once, but you're unbreakable now. You don't need their apologies or their attention. You close the door on your own terms. They thought they'd keep you small, but you grew into something they can't touch. Your pain built you, not destroyed you. Every scar is a lesson, every betrayal a step toward wisdom. You don't shout about your strength, you show it. You don't need to tell them you've moved on. Your life does that for you. They lost you, and that's their punishment. You're free. The new you doesn't beg or break. You've learned that caring too much can hurt, but not caring at all makes you unstoppable. You don't explain your worth anymore, you live it. They'll try to come back, promising change, but you know better. You see their patterns, their games. You don't play along anymore. Your silence is your answer. Your distance is your peace. They broke you once, but you rebuilt with fire and stone. Never again will they get the chance to hurt you.